But we are here. This is the Popcast. Shane is away for a while. He'll be back next week for sure. But in the meantime, we got ready? Danny the Dork Knight. What's up, buddy?
Hey, sorry, I forgot to mute it. I hope you guys didn't hear me talk to my roommate.
Oh yeah, we heard everything.
Damn, really?
Yeah. I find it
Seriously?
really weird that you like getting pegged, but you know what, dude? Each their own. It's fine. Whatever you like, I'm okay with.
Okay, you guys didn't hear me. That's good. All right.
All right, listen. We are doing Friday Night Live. Like I said, Shane is out this week, but we got Danny here, and we got some good stories for you guys today.
The Dork Knights in his house.
In his house. All right, we are starting this. We've heard the complaints. So today we are starting with the Picard season 2, episode 6 review and discussion. Then we're going to roll that over into some Will Smith news because everyone's talking about that because apparently Bad Boys 4 has been put on hold. Apparently,
well, that ain't all that's happened.
With all of his stuff, there's a lot going on. Then we're going to talk about the Picard season 3 cast announcement because that came out of nowhere, but I am excited and a little perplexed. Then over on the members section, we were talking about Ezra Miller getting arrested and what does that mean for the Flash coming up? Brent Spiner.
I can't wait to talk about that.
That's going to be fun. Brent Spiner making sure that Data would not return for Picard Season 2. Chris Pine revealing that he never really had a passion for acting, which is weird. Discovery Season 4 finale created a pattern that Star Trek has to break, and a lot of Star Trek news. Star Trek announces NFTs, which I think is the stupidest idea in the history of the franchise, but we will get into that. Danny, how you doing, brother?
I am doing great. I just finished a really fun show where we got to interview Chris, the founder and editor-in-chief of bleedingfool.com, which was a lot of fun. We talked about a lot of really cool stuff. And then I got some, on a personal note, I literally just announced this on their show right before I left. I had to go silent for a little bit because I got a call. I got approved, my insurance approved the doctor I wanted, the neurosurgeon I wanted for my spinal surgery, because originally they were sending me to an orthopedic surgeon. And, I don't want to go into surgery and then wake up paralyzed. You know what I mean? And this guy's his name's Dr. Derek Duke. He's the #1 neurosurgeon in the state of Nevada. And so my next surgery is going to be performed by him. So I'm having a great day.
That's awesome, dude. What is wrong with your spine, if you mind me asking?
So I injured my neck on Valentine's Day of last year.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was in a really bad car wreck. I don't really want to get into details because legal cases are still pending. But I completely shot my my C
part of your spine.
Yeah, C2 to 6, but two of those discs. So C2 is way up here, and C6 is kind of down here.
Okay.
And then, so you have C2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 3 and 4 are so shot. They're talking about either fusing or replacing them. So, and I don't want to fuse because if you fuse, you get the Michael Keaton Batman. If I want to look side to side, I can't turn my neck.
Yeah, my brother-in-law. I think my brother-in-law has that. He was in a gnarly accident doing sand dune stuff because he's a sand rat. I don't know if you know what that is, but a sand rat is someone who spends a ridiculous amount of money on vehicles that go to the desert, and I think it's a bad hobby because it costs so much money, and it's so dangerous. But he hurt himself, and now every time
though, collecting comics probably costs more as a hobby.
No way. One of these sand dune whatever ATVs thing are 20. That's the size price of a car.
Yeah, I get that, but you I'll have to pull up the video if I haven't done it on your show. I had 3 years ago $165,000 worth of comic books stolen from me. So 20,000.
I don't know. Here the comparison in my hobby is a game called Dota 2, which I've been playing for 20 years. Right?
What is that?
Look up here. See these trophies up here, right? These plaques.
Yeah.
That means that
You flexing? You flexing?
I spend way too much money on this game, Dota 2, and even then, I have spent 1% of what it would cost for one of those sand dune things. So
oh wow. What kind of game is that? A mobile game? A PC game?
it's a MOBA. It's like a Defense of the Ancients. It's a
No, but I mean, what platform is it? Is
It's
it like-
PC. Yeah.
Oh, it's PC. Okay.
Yeah, you can never play that on a phone, I don't think. I think it'd be very hard. Anyways, regardless, he got in a really bad accident, came out of the surgery, and I remember the first time I saw him when he was all healed up, he goes, "Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing?" And he does this with his neck. Hey man, what you doing?
That Michael Keaton turn. That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
been 15 years now.
Don't want
15
that.
years, and I always greet him that way, and I've never wanted to ask him what the problem was, but I think you just answered it. So
Yeah, no. If I get this fusion, they like that's why I want this guy because he can replace. Like it's like I guess like statistically it's more dangerous, but like with him, it's not because he's so good at it, But I'm hoping I haven't had my consultation yet. I just got the phone call today, like during the podcast I was on right before this one.
okay.
I'll have a consultation. They'll do whatever they got to do, MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, whatever. And I'm hoping he can replace them because that's a thing. They can replace them.
Wow.
They don't have to fuse them. So
Like Picard.
not quite, but that's a beautiful segue.
Now, yes, that is the segue. We are going to jump directly into. Oh, wait, hold up. We do have Salty Trekker. I don't know if he's going to be on next week or this week. Salty Trekker, message me on Twitter if you want to be on. I completely forgot to email you, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, I would love to have Salty Trekker on so he can keep giving me grief.
He just said, "Oh, Dark Knight was spineless." Makes a lot of sense.
Oh man, you know what? I have proof. Like, no, I'm gonna make him feel bad. He's calling me spineless because I didn't come back because he named his show last night. Well, like something about Dork Knight's Redemption or something like that.
And then you didn't,
And
you
I
didn't show up?
I couldn't attend because my charity was doing an event last night.
Yeah.
And I was, and I have
Perfect
pictures.
excuse, Danny.
Whatever. I have pictures. I was at a charity event.
Listen, Sporkin News Podcast said hit the like button. So smash that
do
like
it.
button. Smash it.
Do it now.
You know what? And while you're smashing the like button, also if you hit that subscribe button, if you are not a subscriber, and you hit the alert button for fun. I don't even think
hit the notifications bell.
I don't even know if
my mom does that. She gets mad at me. She's like, "You've had me do so many." I was like, "Mom, you don't have to do exactly what they say." She's like, "Well, you told me to," and I was like, "Well, okay, fair enough."
Does the alert button even work? I don't think it even works.
It works for my mom because she's like, because she makes me text her links to the shows that I'm. I sound like such a fuck. Sorry. She's like, text me because I get so many alerts because of you. And then I'll go to them and then you're not on them. And she's like, I mean, and they're fun and all, but I really just want to like watch the ones you're on. And I was like, okay, Mom. So I'm a mama's boy. Sorry.
I love how much you love your mama.
Yeah.
Salty Trekker, I'll send you a link. You can jump on. I'll send it to you on
yeah, that'll be fun.
On Twitter. Go to Twitter.
I'll get abuse from him today and tomorrow morning. I love it.
All right, real quick before we start this, just in case I don't want to miss Salty Trekker. I completely forgot to email him because I'm so bad. Shane usually does all this stuff.
You still haven't emailed me my thing. I want to buy all of my shirts. And if I'm the only customer, that's fine. But everybody, check out mixtees.com/dork-night. That's night with a K, which I would have asked for no hyphen, but that's fine. And check out my designs. I've got 5 really bitchin' designs. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to make a commercial, but they're really cool. The concepts are I'm just trying to buy you some time, so you can shut me off whenever.
Yeah.
It's a mashup concept. So they're movie poster mashups. So one of them is Big Trouble in Lego China. I'm pretty sure you can figure that out. Another one is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe mashed up with the original Star Wars poster, or for you millennials out there, the original A New Hope poster. But when it came out, when I was a kid, it was just called Star Wars. Then another one I have is an Evil Dead, Walking Dead mashup. And that's actually probably secretly my favorite.
Okay, all right. Enough plugging.
All right.
Yeah, listen, Shane is not here this week, so I'm holding it down. And there's a lot of stuff that he does that I never actually think of. And one of those things is actually the only reason Danny's here today is because he messaged me and reminded me.
Yeah, because I'm just I'm annoying like that. I'm like, hey man.
Anyways, hey, man. Salty Trekker, I did send you the link over Twitter. So if you want to join us, just holler and we'll get you in. If you want to come on next week, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do, dude. We want you on. All right, so let's enough of the chit chat. Let's get into Picard season 2, episode 6. Now this
So this is live, so you can't beep me, right? If I say something inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely prefer it if you saved all the cursing for the members section where we have complete control and not the live unleashed section where we have no control.
Okay. All right, go ahead then. Go ahead.
I mean, you can always bleep yourself, like, that bleep and bleep and the bleep bleep and bleep.
Okay.
So let me just get this online here real quick. All right, guys, this is what we're dealing with.
Oh, God.
All right, here's the deal. I'm not going to say I disliked it because I didn't dislike it, but I also didn't like it. It's one of those episodes where I can't complain. I can't say, oh, I didn't like it because of the social messaging or the preaching. Well,
thankfully, none of that really happened.
That really didn't happen. I actually sort of disliked it. I sort of disliked it mainly because I feel like the pacing was just not good. It was off. And it sort of shined a light on all like the stuff I don't really like about it. And we're going to go through it. I actually made some pretty intense notes because I wanted to make sure that I didn't get it wrong.
So can I ask you a question then? Since you have notes? No? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
okay. Oh, I thought you said no. So this clip, this first frame that you're showing here, right? Okay. Isn't he synthetic?
Yeah. Okay. But
so that's my biggest beef. Because if you remember last week, I was like, I'm only going to be cool with this if it was a diversion and he wasn't really hurt.
Yes.
But he's really hurt. And I'm like,
but worse than synthetic is it's the whole flashback gimmick. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
34 minutes ago, 24 minutes ago.
I so dislike that unless it plays into the story in some way that's clever because I think it's just sort of cheap and lazy. So yes, he's synthetic. Yes, it's a stupid gimmick flashback. By the way, no one is afraid of Picard dying. I'll tell you why. The show's name is Picard.
None of the viewers are.
First off, and the day before this episode, they announced season 3 with Picard and all of his friends.
Yeah.
So we are all aware Picard does not die here. So this cheap sort of method of creating drama is even worse because we know
tone deaf on every level.
We know he's fine. So he's fine.
Yeah.
And not only is he fine, but it's also cheap in the first place. So in every way, this didn't work.
Hey, Salty Trekker says he's in the waiting room.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Thank you. And he's joining us. Oh, there he is. What's up?
Hey, yo.
How you doing, brother? Let me adjust your guys' frame real quick.
You should have watched the episode I was just on. We had an interesting conversation about Jesus Christ that I think you would have appreciated, but that's for another time.
You talking to me or are you talking to Mike?
I'm talking to Mike.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but
I don't think Mike's mic is on. That's because you didn't watch it either. It's okay. I support you guys though. I love you guys.
Yeah, Mike, your mic is muted. So while he figures that out.
Okay. Back to Picard.
Yeah. So yeah, I did think this was sort of a weird, cheap way of introducing drama that we knew wasn't going to happen anyways. So
yeah, why do that? And first, I don't know. I was so upset, not just because I was wrong, which happens, but because it makes no sense. He's an android or a synthetic or whatever. Like,
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you,
yes,
Mike.
we can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I've never used Zoom before, so I was
I was kind of
configuring
surprised that he used Zoom as well. But
sorry, guys. Yeah, we use Zoom so we can control everything. StreamYards is good, but StreamYards doesn't allow you to control the individual streams. So.
Yeah. No, that's
Oh,
cool.
I didn't know that. Okay, well, we'll talk more because I need advice because I'm starting up a new channel.
Yeah, I'll set you up, bro. All right. So what were you saying, Mike?
Oh, so getting to your thing, I think that the Picard being, I thought the dumbest thing about this episode was the fact that if Picard is an android, they take him to a hospital and they act like, he's just a person that's had every single thing transplanted.
We're on the same wavelength, bro. I was just, all right, yeah.
Although you're right. Although I did think it was funny when the doctor asked, has he had any implants? And she was like, all of them.
Yeah.
I thought that was comical.
I mean, basically, it's like, okay, he's an android. So, like I have an artificial knee and it would be like, okay, so he has, artificial knees, artificial hip, artificial everything. And,
how is he bleeding blood? Can somebody explain that to me?
My kid has an artificial heart. And I think it would be hilarious if, that's not anything too, though. Just because you have artificial, I think the blood is not that big of a deal.
No, he's a complete copy. Don't you remember? He's an android. They downloaded his consciousness into a complete manufactured.
He's a Sunian android.
He's a data, but flesh tone. You know what I mean? Like, why is he bleeding red blood? Why? Like, none of this makes and because they show it, they freaking ruin the episode. See, I censored myself there by opening with that and then 34 minutes earlier, and I'm like, and so I was instantly like, how is this synthetic?
Well,
blood?
So the synthetics are supposed to,
was Data's blood red?
Data was actually an older model. So
I get it, but
was Doge's blood red? I think she had blood. She had scrapes on her face. Yeah.
Did she have red blood?
Remember when she got in a fight? She had scrapes and stuff. It wasn't revealed in season 1 until, first couple episodes that she was an android. So
okay, well, you know what then? Oh, okay. If that's,
I'm not even trying to make excuses for it because I hate this part so much, but the bleeding part isn't my major concern.
Well, what is?
The fact that they use a cheap gimmick with the flashback nonsense.
Yeah, I hate
that's
open
just so standard though with these streaming shows.
Standard is not good enough.
I understand, but unfortunately,
what's a synonym for standard?
I'm just saying that
basic.
Every streaming show does this at least once. Where they have their episode. I mean, like Battlestar Galactica did this.
Green Arrow did it 9 out of 10 episodes.
I get it, yeah, but there's a wild chance maybe they kill those characters or they're in a coma or they're
right. No, exactly.
But there is zero chance that Picard.
Right, you do it with the main character.
No, not just that. I think before you got on here, Mike, is like Brian said. The day before the episode comes out, they drop the season 3 trailer.
Right.
So there's zero chance Picard's dying. It's like,
yeah. I don't want to. I know we're gonna get there, but I don't want to forget this. They did mention too, we need Picard alive because he's the only one that knows Q, and they're standing in a room with 7 who has met Q multiple times. So I don't know how that. It's did you guys watch? Voyager?
Has 7 met Q multiple times?
Yeah, she met him.
Yeah, she has.
Voyager.
I know Q's interacted with Janeway, but did Q really interact directly with 7?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, he was on 3 episodes of.
I know, but I'm just trying to think that Q. Because I'm not a huge Voyager fan.
That's a good question. I can't. What's up, Danny?
I think Danny's having an asthmatic attack.
That's blasphemy. Voyager was great.
I did love Voyager. All right, so let's get back to that. So maybe she didn't interact with Q, but I don't know. I think she did. But okay, let's continue going here. This moment with I'm gonna fast forward as fast as I can. All right, so this moment here. when Rios goes over to Ralphie. I'm gonna get past all
Ralphie?
this. Ralphie.
Raffy.
Let me get to this moment when he's like, "Hey, they have real cigars here." You guys remember that?
Yeah,
I
love
actually,
that.
I
actually-
like Rios. Again, Rios is kind
my
of the
favorite.
life of the show here.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I'm loving Rios this season. I loved his whole character. I love that interaction. Like he's like really digging our century because
Yeah, he's like, I didn't expect it to. He's like, what did he say? He was like,
you didn't expect it to be so exciting. Yeah.
so full of life, or exciting.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this guy in the future, he might feel like some dude that's a little out of place because maybe he likes real tobacco.
Yeah, I feel like maybe instead of the big theory.
Like he's gonna go to Outback Steakhouse and like, holy crap, they got real meat.
Well, hold up, both of you guys. Actually, I was about to say, tell you a story, but so on the other podcast we do about Picard, we were talking about how we think that Rios might bring the Doctor to the future, like Star Trek 4. I'm actually starting to think Rios is going to stay.
Oh, I hope not. I
Yeah.
hope not.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
Let me tell you
think
why I
he's-
hope not. Because he's one of the
No,
few
because she's
characters
got
I
a
like.
kid. I like him too, but here's the thing. If just from a story structure point of view, she's got a kid. She's a single mom. She's got her clinic. She's got a purpose. He's conveyed, he respects her, admires her and what she's doing. He likes the real tobacco. He likes the food. Like he eats the food and he's like, oh my God, and the food, like I think I don't know. Just if I was a gambling man, which I am, because I live in Vegas, I would put money on, instead of them bringing her to the future, he's going to stay with her in the past.
Ooh.
Well, that makes sense, and I get that. I still like the idea of, because since they're going for the Star Trek 4 vibe, them just going all the way with them repopulating the future with Mexicans. I still like that better.
How long have you been waiting to tell that joke?
I've said it before.
Oh,
So
okay.
they need to find two Mexicans named George and Gracie and put them in a car.
Jorge in Garcia or something.
Yeah,
like
Jorge and Grace.
As
Yeah.
someone who
And-
appreciates the Latina women, I'm
Yes.
okay with that.
Right. And they put them in the cargo hold,
Have
and
you
she
met
can
my
be their doctor.
fiance? Come on now.
She can be their personal physician, because
That's hilarious.
who in the future knows about how to take care of illegal aliens?
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
gracious.
Brian, you haven't. I know Mike has, and everybody else has. You haven't met my fiance yet, have you?
No, I have not.
Oh shit! You met my son though, right?
No, I didn't even know he had a son.
I have two, but okay.
Didn't even know that.
2 boys, 2 girls. Wow, I thought we were friends, man. We'll have to talk later.
I just gloss over personal details sometimes.
It's okay.
All right, so I am liking Rios. Now, the opposite of that statement is Raffi. She's like such a bummer constantly.
I loathe Raffi, and I hate, because I am a huge, as we established earlier, Voyager fan. Like Voyager is one of those shows just because of my 23-year-old son. Like,
You have a
he was-
23-year-old son?
yeah, I'm older than I look.
Clearly.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Unless you look at all the white. But we watch Voyager like
We're gonna kiss
in
some
real
butt there.
in real what?
Nothing.
In real time, like on a weekly basis. And maybe I'm just being nostalgic, and my love for it is because it was a bonding thing with me and my son, that like, because you got to think he was like from 3 to 10, like from 3 years old to 10 years old, he and I watched Voyager together every single week, never
Right.
missed an episode. You know what I mean? So I love that show. And for them to do what they're doing to 7 sickens me. And in a lot of it's because of the Raffi character. And we don't need Raffi, and we don't need like, I don't know. I have a gay brother. Okay. If you're really gay, you're born that way. I knew he was gay before he did. kind of thing. And I mean, I almost said that wrong. I have nothing against gay people. I almost said I love gay people, but I didn't want to sound gay. But like, sorry, Chris.
Okay, this is good. This is fastly going off the rails.
Fair enough. This happens with me.
Dark Knight just came out.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you.
Move on to the point, man.
What was I saying?
So, I don't know.
That's
I think what you're trying to say is you don't like the fact that they discovered they were.
Oh,
gay.
Raffi. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Raffi could, like, if you remove. Here's the thing, like with Last Jedi, if you remove that whole subplot where they go to the casino planet or whatever, you could remove that entire subplot and it would have no impact on the movie because what you get what I'm saying, because
it doesn't add anything.
It doesn't add anything because what they went there to do, they failed at doing. So like we didn't need that. Like you could toss it out. So with this, what I'm saying is you could take Raffi out as far as Star Trek fans go, like us. You could take Raffi out. Let's drop her over there, right? She never had the little lesbian thing with 7 of 9, and 7 of 9 is still a badass. She doesn't have to have a love interest because like 7 of 9 has already been established as straight. So I don't understand like why they changed her. That's what bothered me.
Well, and the dumbest thing about the Raffi 7 affair to me is the fact that they went through the trouble in season 1 of Picard of establishing that Raffi was straight.
Yeah, it has ex-husband and a kid, and then have you seen the trailer for next week's episode?
No. Well, yeah, but I didn't.
Don't talk about the trailer.
Don't. Okay,
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, it's all 7 and Raffi. So
all right. Well, let's speak about 7 then, because here I actually have a problem with 7 this season. And the problem I have is I think that 7 might be their best character and they're thoroughly underusing her. She serves zero purpose so far this season other than to contain the rashness that is Raffi.
Yeah.
In addition to Raffi serving zero purpose other than to annoy. So we have two characters that one is literally only there, doesn't in no way moves the story along, just annoys people. And 7 is there to babysit the annoying character. And it makes no sense.
I would argue that's not entirely true because the example I made a second ago, where if you plucked out the casino scene from Last Jedi and just took it out of the movie, it'd make no difference. If you did that with them, I mean, they're directly responsible for rescuing Rios. So like, I mean, elements of that could be taken out, but like the two of them together.
Let's remove those 2 episodes.
Yeah.
The episodes where where they leave the ship at all. Let's remove those.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
And let's remove Rios getting kidnapped by ICE in the first place,
because he doesn't take off and get beamed into the middle of somewhere wrong.
Yeah.
All right, let's just skip those 2 episodes. What do you have? The story doesn't change. Picard leaves the ship. He finds Guinan. He gets introduced to the Watcher. Everything moves on exactly the same.
This is a perfect example of what Kadish was talking about last night on his show. Star Trek is just pigeonholing in this propaganda. Like you just said it, dude. You could take those 2 episodes out with the ice shit with Rios, and the story would be the same. The messaging that they want to,
it was just a sidetrack just to do it.
Right.
And it's a problem with basically the writers not having a good story to tell, and instead they have a bare bones story, and then they're looking for ways to sidetrack the story to extend it out to a season.
Right.
And I think this is a problem where these shows need to be episodic and not serialized.
Yeah, no, totally. Do you not have on Zoom, like, so there's some gold in the chat? Are you able to throw up chats or not?
I mean, I can just I can. I never set that up, but
okay. Well, then I just want to give a shout out to this dude John Burns, who's had 2 great comments.
Yeah,
one of them was, so he goes, Rio stays in the past, becomes his own grandfather, sends a message to himself, "Who's your granddaddy?" within 3 crying, laughing emojis. And then the other one I liked was, plus 7 of 9 was interested in Harry, and once you go Harry, you never get promoted.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't Harry when Voyager was running, that actor was like on like the top 100 most sexiest actors list at some point.
Yeah, which I never got, but that's
Garrett
fine.
Wang.
I mean, Garrett Wang with long hair is attractive. He's like,
especially when he does the
like an
samurai
Asian
man
Fabio.
bun. Yeah.
I still think that Garrett Wang needs to show up on like lower decks and still be Ensign Ken.
Yeah. Or Picard. In Picard season 3, I want him to walk by and he still has the ensign uniform on.
Speaking of that, I mean, or maybe we'll get to it later. Did you read this BS about Will Wheaton being all butthurt about season 3? Everybody but him's coming back.
Oh, let me cry for him. Where do you saw? Oh no, that's sorry, wrong. You know, we need that picture of F.U. Will Wheaton.
I've made this very clear. I have zero empathy for Will Wheaton, considering my very first business with Shane was selling nerd T-shirts on the Reddit marketplace a million years ago when Reddit had like a store, and we were doing really well, very happy with all my artwork going up there. And then about 6 months in, we had our business running, we were doing it. About 6 months in, we get a notice that all of our products have been removed by none other than Will Wheaton. He literally nuked our store because he said that we copied him. We didn't even know he existed. Oh man. Anyways, back to Picard. Yeah, so I think you're right. I think if we remove those 2 episodes, remove the preachy episodes, nothing changes. Which means that if we remove Seven and Rafi, then nothing really changes. And that's a bummer because Seven is probably their strongest character.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. She
has the most member berries, other than Picard, but Picard's too old.
But
to,
she's
walk
not
on
even
his own.
7 on this show.
No, she's not, because like the whole no Borg stuff. And they even actually reference it in this latest episode. Raffi says as a line of dialogue talking about,
yeah, but I mean, I don't even mean
the baggage.
Season. I mean, like even in season 1, she doesn't act like Seven. She just acts like generic lady with
that's because
her face.
They were like, hey, look, this is however like 30 years later. You're a lesbian. You're a man-hating dyke who runs this thing of pirates who like attack.
Yeah, but that
these
makes
things
no effing sense.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying they sold her.
I don't know if she was a man-hating. I don't know. I think that's hyperbole. I think that it's been 30 years though, and
it's dork. What do you expect?
I just go for that clickbait, baby. That's like the man-hating dyke.
Look, I don't buy that. But I think it's been 30 years. She's obviously, people changed within 30 years. A little more human, she's adopted more human mannerisms, whatever.
Do you think you're going to prefer penis to vagina in 30 years, bro? I'm just asking. Like
I don't know, but that is not the argument I'm making.
Okay.
Right. Wow.
I'm just saying, because apparently
who knows
30 years ago 30 years ago Seven liked penis and now she likes vagina.
I mean, it's
why
entirely possible that Seven, and I'm just throwing it out, I have no idea. Seven was a switch hitter and we just didn't know it back then, right?
Fair enough.
Who knows?
Okay.
But I think arguing about that is like dumb. I think that the character can change though within 30 years.
Totally.
Like, her personality can be modified. She can be a little more angry, a little more bent, whatever.
It's not that it's impossible. It's that if you're going to do that kind of a change in a character, we need to see it. And that's the problem, is that, people say, oh, it happens. People do change over the course of their lives like that. And it's like, that's true. But if you're going to dramatically change a character, if you're going to fundamentally change a character, then you need to show that change. That's it's not, this is,
I would argue, Mike, that they did sort of try to show that change. They showed her in the Fenris Rangers. They showed Ichabod getting his eye burned away, whatever.
Ichabod.
Whatever his name is. Ichab. So they showed.
Did you really just call him Ichabod?
I don't know what his name is. Look, they showed though a couple.
They showed one traumatic event,
right? So how can they show 30 years with a traumatic event? So I don't
know. But you know what? Then you don't just say, oh, 30 years later she's a lesbian and she's a murder machine. I mean, she's the
They
problem is
changed two
she's not
huge
even
things
remotely
about-
the same person.
Yeah, like think about it. Think about like your core values, the core of who you are, what makes you up, right?
Sure.
Right.
So think about that for the 7 we all knew and loved in Voyager, right? And now look at the 7 now. This person has totally different core values.
Well, and I would,
And if you're going to do that, like in its fiction or whatever, like I agree with Mike, like give us that story.
yeah,
you know,
I
like,
get what you're saying. The reverse of that, though, is my core values 20 years ago were not as good as they are now. I have become a better
Mhm.
person in 20 years.
Yeah.
I was
But
actually
you're not a fictional
But you-
character.
when I was in the army. I was a pretty much a massive turd.
No, he got no,
So-
but you're not a fictional character. Like, because I was going to make this point earlier, and then Mike kind of like buttoned it down. I was going to say, well,
Okay.
hey man, let's say like you and I, we just, we've had all this interaction, and then let's say like in a year, I disappear, and then we don't see each other for 20 years. You know what I mean? Do you really think realistically I'm the same person that you knew before, or, but then I was like, but this is fiction. So they would either show us that story or to speed things along.
I don't know,
it'd
man,
be the
because
same
not
person.
everybody stays the same. People
No, I
either
get- no, I
change
get
for
that.
the
That's my
better or for
point.
the worse, depending
I-
on their
I
relationships,
totally get
their
that.
interactions, their addictions.
But in a work of fiction, shouldn't you give us that
Yeah,
story?
but there's a difference, and this is the problem, and people don't think about when they're writing, is that when you're writing a story, you have to show the audience certain things to make them understand why the character
beginning,
went from point A to point B.
the middle and the end.
Right.
Like that's
If
like
you-
that first thing you learn in writing class.
Right.
Like,
If you're going to, and if you're going to have a character disappear and then come back and be radically different, then at some point you have to show what changed them.
Right.
And that can be the big mystery. That can be something you uncover. And that's where you do something like, and unfortunately it was clunkily done this episode, that's where you do the flashback type stuff where you say, okay, 6 months ago this happened.
they're
or
not going to
whatever.
give that to it. And they could just give us one episode. And that's the
Mhm.
problem with this not being episodic and only having 8 instead of 20 some odd episodes.
Right.
Is they can't dedicate the time they should to the storytelling for a character like 7, because like just give me one episode. You could do it. It could be like one event that happened that
Well, you know what they could have done though? In season 1, when they introduced 7, they could have literally had like a montage of her fighting with that with the people that the Fenris Rangers were fighting with.
right.
They could have had a montage of that. They could have
Oh.
had, people she die and trauma.
I
and
get
stuff.
it.
Here's a perfect question
But
about that.
it's
Who
not
the,
the 80s,
hell are the
man.
Fenris Rangers? I mean, it's like all of a sudden we're talking about the Fenris Rangers like they're a major force in the Alpha Quadrant. Who the hell are they?
I think they're a bunch of terrorists, man. I don't think
Hey,
they're-
well,
They're
I'm
the
just-
Maquis.
they're like, they're like the
I mean,
Maquis.
I didn't know anything. They didn't exist before Picard.
All right, but you could have
And-
made the same argument in Voyager that the Maquis didn't exist before Voyager.
No, the Maquis existed in TNG actually.
Oh, did they really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I didn't really know anything about the Maquis until
No, but they were at least mentioned a few times in TNG.
that's fair.
Maybe
Maybe they should have made the Fenris Rangers
So,
the
hey-
Maquis.
Hey, did you know, Brian?
What's up?
The what's the the doctor trailer they did?
Oh, Mbenge, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Dr. Mbenga.
So
Mbenga,
yeah, he was in the original series, right?
Oh, was he really? That's cool.
Yeah.
The character. Well, the
He was in
character.
2 episodes of the original series. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that. No.
That's how I deduced. I thought you were on that episode. That's how I deduced this takes place. Like there's only probably 5 to 7 years before,
Yeah. There is 5 to 7 years
Yeah.
before TOS happens.
because and I found it out because of him, because of because he wasn't the chief medical officer. He was the whatever his subordinate is.
Okay, we're getting a
he
little
was
off the
Dr.
rails, though.
McCoy. He was the Vulcan specialist under McCoy.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's cool. So let's get back to Picard though, so we don't get too far away.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. All right. So what do you guys
And where
think?
did that come from anyway? Why did you?
It's a
suddenly...
random thing just to throw into the. It's
It's Star Trek, man. I'm sorry. I love Star Trek.
Real
I
quick.
love Star Trek too.
Look, a squirrel.
Why did you just suddenly bring up Mbanga?
I don't know. Okay, like something like someone.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, when they mentioned Mbanga in the casting announcements, I was like, cool. That's actually kind of cool that they went for the deep cut there. I liked it, but I was just saying,
It's like herding cats with you two. All right. Let's get back to this. How do you guys feel so far with Talim / Laris's character?
I like conceptually that she's a supervisor, but I mean, are they going to explain why she looks exactly like her?
I think they will, because they gave us a little Easter egg. Because I always watch everything with subtitles.
Right.
She spoke in Romulan in this episode.
Oh, did she? I
Yes.
didn't. Yeah, I see. I did.
Did you see that, Brian?
Yeah, and it was right after he was saying that he thought she was an ancestor of someone he knew.
Yeah. So this is what I think. I bet you, like Spock, Laris she's Romulan, but she's half human. You know what I mean? That's what I think. And you're hearing it here first, folks. But like, what did we say? Like, Brian, you called.
Well,
something.
I suggested.
The Gary
Laris
7. We called that like the week before they confirmed it on the show. Remember that? That was awesome. Yeah.
I suggested that she was that Laris was her great granddaughter or whatever. So
no, I'm talking. Yeah, no, but I'm talking about the Gary 7 stuff. Did you see that? I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
episode.
well, we talked about that as soon as we saw her. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm liking her conceptually too. I'm not seeing where she's gonna go with that. All right. So on to Girardi real quick, because there was an interesting scene with our favorite murder doctor. And by the way, I'm still loving Girardi so far. So
hey, man, I'm on the Girardi train. This is the.
Hey, did you see the thumbnail for tomorrow's live stream?
Yeah. Murder doctor thing. Oh, Matt.
I demanded that Matt give me some royalties for using Murder Doctor. In the
right.
Thumbnail,
for real.
Yeah.
But
no, like I've been very outspoken about hating Girardi. I
like Girardi this season. I actually do.
Dude, that dress, them
she looked good.
Them boobies.
She looks fantastic. Yeah.
Oh my God, the singing scene, like. She won me over. Like, I'm loving this version of her, like anyway, I'll let you talk about it. So I don't want to skip ahead.
So this is the scene. So there's one thing about it though. I like the singing or whatever. I like this. Something did bother me a little bit, because she uses like micro EMPs or whatever nonsense to shut down the lights. Right.
Yeah.
But then why did the band start playing?
I know. Yeah.
Well, those are analog devices, brother.
And I was okay with that until the super zealous spotlight engineer was like, "Oh, let's get this guy." Was he just sitting there with a generator? I just thought it was really convenient.
No, I was just like, no, my problem was like, I could even see the spotlight, because I was thinking, well, maybe the spotlight's on some kind of
the Borg Queen could control it.
Yeah, like the Borg Queen was controlling some kind of rig that
the spot rigs do have the remote control.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe the Borg Queen was remote controlling it or something. My problem was, why is the band suddenly striking up a tune for her?
Well, here's the thing. I can actually
the band is analog though.
No, yeah, but I can actually answer that, because I think I know what he's getting at. So when you're a jazz band or a jam band, those people are so talented, and they actually made the point to do this. You listen to the singer sing the first like 4 or 5 bars.
That's true. No, I'm a drummer. I'm a drummer.
No,
in a band.
I get that.
That's exactly true. You can pick up an entire melody based.
No. I get that. I play the flute.
Okay.
So I actually do. No, I do. I'm classically trained. I play the flute my whole life.
So I'm a classically trained drummer, bro. We should get together and jam.
You're literally blowing a pole. That's cool.
Wow, you are such a dick.
I actually play drums every week in a band, and often we will pick up based on what someone's saying that we've
Right.
never met
Yeah,
before.
no, exactly. So
No,
that
I get that.
So
No,
then-
my problem is they started playing for her as if this was a scheduled event.
well, they didn't know. I like see. I could buy that too.
What do you mean
'cause
they
don't
didn't know? The power
because it was
went
such a
out.
high. It was such a high security thing, and you know,
Right.
only
And so
hold
it's
up,
like,
but hold up.
I
let
guess
me
it's
give the
time to
mentality.
strike up a tune.
You're like what is it they say? Like it need to know. Like it's a need to know thing. Like if you don't need to know, you don't need to know.
Well, hold up. Her
So these
voice was
people are
coming out
so-
of speakers. I can totally see the band being like, "Oh, this is part of the show."
Yeah. How? Oh, and I guess the Borg Queen. Okay, I was just about to ask, how did her voice come out of speakers?
Something. Yeah, she had to have
Borg- yeah,
manipulated that.
Yeah. So like that's another reason. That there you go. That's actually the main reason. If she's coming out of the official speakers,
And she
the
got the
band's like,
spotlight on her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
we gotta like, okay, let's listen. Okay, she sang about 4 or 5 verses. We got this, and like like that's how it felt to me. So that didn't bother me.
I
at all.
can buy that.
Yeah, right.
It's a hard buy, but I can buy.
Wow, really, dude? Come on.
It's a little bit of a hard buy. It's a little bit convenient to me.
I know a lot of jazz musicians, and
Bro, I'm
swear
a
to God,
jazz drummer. I'm a classically trained jazz drummer, and I also play in a literal band every week, and I get that part. But I
Okay.
did feel was now your explanation of the Borg Queen controlling the spotlight and the mic. Okay,
Mhm.
I buy that,
Okay.
and I buy that the band can pick it up. But I also felt like it was really convenient, and sometimes it happens. Sometimes in a
Right.
band,
Well,
maybe
hey,
it
man,
can-
suspend disbelief. It's a freaking TV show.
right. So I can do it this time. It's not completely impossible, so that's okay.
And dude, I don't know. I was never, ever, I swear to you. I'm glad Cece's not here. I was never attracted to Girardi, but holy cow, what a difference a dress makes, right? Like, she was, man,
Speaking
she
of a
was
dress, what about this
hot.
scene with the black eyes?
Yeah, right.
I'm so surprised that this is not Matthew Cadich's thumbnail.
Yeah, with the
Why is this
murder
not the
doctor.
thumbnail for tomorrow, Matt?
It should be.
With her smiling with black eyes,
You know
Murder
what?
Doctor strikes again.
I just did a print screen of that, and I'm gonna give him. Oh, it didn't work, man. Is that some Zoom witchery?
I don't know, man.
Oh well.
All right,
Zoom
so
witchery.
what about this scene when security cosplay Picard decides to talk to Renee Picard? I thought so. While I like the fact that Picard was convincing Renee Picard, that she's capable, she can go on the trip, whatever.
Yeah.
It did feel like, once again, more never-ending mental health preaching to me.
Right. It
I like
seems
the
like that's
scene.
like the theme of this
Right.
the
So-
season.
It's
what
not
Shane
even this
said, too.
season.
Shane
It's
said.
the-
Shane said the theme of Discovery season 4 and
Thank
Picard
you.
season 2 is mental
Yeah.
health.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was about to say. It's not just Picard, it's
Mm-hmm.
Discovery. That's why I still haven't seen, I don't get the JJ Abrams little sister joke because I watched the last 2 episodes and I refuse. I'm done with Discovery. I'm not wasting another second of my life
That's fine.
on Discovery. I'm sorry.
But I did like this scene. I just don't like that it's more and more of the same.
Is it that maybe I don't know, maybe the staff at CBS are just really concerned about their mental health?
No. I read an article about this somewhere. I'll have to find it and share it with you guys. But no, it's actually like it's like an Alex Kurtzman thing,
I gotta be honest with you guys. Until I was like 30, I had never even heard the term mental health. I hadn't never heard the term mental health until I was straight in my 30s. So
I
Well,
mean,
I'm older
granted,
than
mental
you.
health awareness is a good thing.
Sure.
But it does seem
No, it is. I
like-
run a charity that I'm not even going to plug that is all about mental health awareness and suicide
absolutely.
right.
But like, there's.
Oh, by the way,
difference.
I do want to say this. As much as I give you a hard time, and I said this last night, and if you want, absolutely Dork Night, go back and watch the beginning of my live stream from last night, because while I give you crap and all that for not showing up, I said that when I heard that the reason that you were not there was because you were doing some work for your charity, I then immediately talked for like 5 minutes about how awesome the work you do is.
Oh, well, thank you, man.
So,
well, shit, right on.
So, you know,
did my mom tell you, I guess?
No, somebody related to me that you
Okay.
were that you had something. I can't remember who, but somebody related to me that you could. I think John DeMarco said, someone in the chat said something.
Okay.
And but as soon as I got word on that, then I talked for a couple of minutes about the kind of work that you do, and that as much, and I said, you know, I'm going to always give Dork Knight some crap about it, but at the same time,
no, I'll be back like one of these
but
Thursdays.
so at the same time, let me tell you about what he does.
Thank you, man.
So, you know,
well, I appreciate that. I do.
Yeah.
That's good. I like
Anyway,
seeing you guys
sorry,
friendly.
didn't mean to sidetrack, but
yeah.
I
Okay.
do think you do important work.
Yeah, no,
And-
I think mental health is
Yeah.
important, but I also
Yeah.
feel like for storytelling purposes, it's becoming excessive.
No. When it's like a checkbox thing,
Right. Then
you
it's,
know,
then it's like, what is going on?
yeah.
Yeah, like we said before last week, the ship had mental health issues in Discovery. So
Right.
Right.
Is it because,
Even the
I mean,
ship, and now a synthetic. That's what they did in this episode. They said it's a mental block. Everything should be working. You remember?
oh yeah, that actually we're gonna get there, but it actually scares me how much
is it like, I mean, because remember what happened with Zack Snyder's kid?
Oh yeah.
And so, I mean, and Hollywood is refute with people having serious mental health crises. You know, people killing themselves, stuff like that. And part of it is because it takes a certain extreme type of personality to even do that kind of work.
On a couple different spectrums, but that's a totally different conversation. Because
but I'm just saying, people that work in the entertainment business,
in make believe, people who work in playing make believe,
right,
are either very serious. Like again, I'd love to talk about this sometime, but not tonight.
Right.
Either
but they
on
tend to be
one
like
end of the spectrum,
or
there's two ends of the spectrum. So.
Yeah. And so because of that, they tend to have a lot of mental health problems, and that might be why a lot of them are trying to push mental health issues in their work right now.
Yeah, but like, come on, man. Like, especially like I run a freaking, and I'm saying this, it's like enough is enough. You know what I mean? Like really well,
but you know, the charity you work for isn't specifically mental health.
No, it's not. Well, my Nerds Never Say Die is. I never talk about that one. But the one you know about is the Las Vegas Cosplayers Alliance,
right?
And but we also do work with children with mental health issues, but we just do children. Nerds Never Say Die is I get people who can't here just in Vegas, people who can't afford to get therapy.
Okay.
We help them get therapy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it is something like, I'm not belittling the subject at all. It's actually near and dear to my heart. If you go to my Twitter, this isn't StreamYard, at Dork Knight LV. The one of my bio even said, like, the first thing is like mental health advocate. So like, this is an important topic to me, but when you're taking Star Trek, something that I love, that's supposed to be like, I'm checking out of real life. Like,
right. It's not supposed to be. You watch this stuff to escape reality.
Exactly. Thank you. That's my point. Sorry.
Yeah. Not to get dragged down by it.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're right. So back to now we're back to the scene that started the whole thing, and he's not.
Yeah.
He got.
How many times do we go back to the same scene?
3 times, actually. 3
Is
times.
it 3? I thought I was going to say 4. Okay.
It felt like more than that. And you know what's funny is that, you know, when we keep seeing this scene, I swear, look at this shot. Doesn't it look like he's like on a bathroom floor? I had no idea he got hit by a car.
Yeah, it does look like he's on a bathroom
Actually,
floor.
guys, that is actually the floor outside the Four Seasons in downtown LA. I've been there multiple times.
Yeah, maybe so, but it looks like a bathroom. And when you find out later that he got hit by a car, I was like, "What? The car came?"
And not just any car.
No, I'm serious. This is outside the entrance to the Four Seasons Conference Center, and it's this kind of the entrance is all of this, and then there's street on each side, so you can actually.
Is that supposed to be blood or is that her dress?
That's her
what
dress.
Okay,
you
good.
can
All
drive through that entrance, and the entrance
It's
has
robot
this kind of
blood. Just get over
this
it.
kind of flooring. So that is actually the actual floor of that convention center.
It looks like the tile on the bathroom walls in my high school. That's what it looks like. Yeah, but anyway,
whatever it is. Yeah. So this moment, Rio says we can't take him to the bio bed because the bio bed's not a doctor. And I thought I didn't like
Which
that.
makes no freaking sense.
That makes no sense.
he's a freaking robot. He's an android.
We don't want a 25th century biobed. We want a 21st century doctor. The ones that Dr. McCoy, a 23rd century doctor, was calling the Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages, yes.
Yeah, I believe that a biobed, even just a biobed from the 24th century is gonna be better than a doctor in this century.
Yeah, right.
So I just felt that was just another reason to get back to sexy Hispanic doctor lady.
Yeah.
And I guess,
which just feeds into my thing. I think Rios
I guess
is going
I'm okay
to
with
stay.
I still think they need to repopulate the Mexicans in the future.
Rios is going to stay. Rios is going to stay.
Look here.
Let's say, hey, let's put a friendly wager on it. I'll do like $5.
I mean, I sort of agree with you, so I don't want to put a wager on it.
Okay.
Here's the deal: it's the fact that this was used as a plot device to get back to her, though, sort of bothers me because I feel like any Trekkie with a brain is going to be like, I mean, a biobed,
right? Yeah. No, they're doing so much lazy. They're doing so much lazy writing stuff. I'm doing a really good job of censoring myself. Once we go to members only, though, I get to take the restraints off.
Go
right?
nuts.
Okay.
The good thing is, though, we did get that scene where he goes, he's had some transplants. And they're like, how many? She's like, all of them.
All of them. That was, I'm not going to lie, man. I laughed. I laughed.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Using
and
the
then when
on the robot.
Yeah, and then he blows it all up, and I'm like, I because I'm already pissed that he's like this when he's synthetic, but at least they did that gag. You know what I mean? Because a synthetic body would do that.
Yes, and then there's this one line, and I don't want to leave this scene without referencing it when the doctor is pissed that she's there, dealing with some some random sketchy guy.
Right.
And Rios tries to assure her that we're the good guys.
Are you talking about the kid line?
And when she's like, we're the good guys, and she goes, good guys don't have to say that.
Good guys, yeah. Good guys don't say that.
Yeah. That was cool.
That was cool.
I'll give him that. That was cool. This is also when they said that they need Picard because he's the only one who knows how to deal with Q.
Yeah.
I think the reason you need Picard is because the name of the show is called Picard.
Is Picard, but they can't say that. I don't know. This
that would be great if they did say that, though.
No, we need Picard. It's literally called Picard.
Picard. No, this whole episode was like a big strikeout for me, I guess, for lack of a better analogy. There was a lot of cool stuff that they could have done.
Thank you. That's another $1.
No, I stopped myself. I didn't.
No, you said it.
I did not enunciate the T. I did not enunciate the T.
You did. Right. I heard the T. Don't try to.
Hey, Brian, did you hear the T?
I heard the T.
Damn.
Sorry, man.
Oh, and I did it.
That's another $1.
That's $2. All right, fine. I'm just gonna stop talking. You guys go ahead.
Look, you're right though. This episode was not. I didn't dislike this episode because of any weird preachy stuff. I think I just disliked this episode because I felt like it was just story-wise just bad. Didn't
a bad episode.
Just a bad episode.
I think for me, this episode was. I think I felt about this episode the way Danny you felt about the third episode. It just was there. I didn't feel much either way. It didn't hurt me, but it didn't help me either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't feel much afterwards.
And it sucks because this is only an 8-episode season. You know what I mean? Like, come on, we don't.
Yeah.
If it's going to be 8, give me 8 great episodes. If you're giving me 20 to 30, okay, you can have a couple freaking filler.
All right,
Jeez,
that's
bro.
another no.
Can't win with you, can we, buddy? Jeez.
Okay.
I'm working on that new computer, buddy.
All right. Hey, I love you guys. I'm going to take a break. You finish up this show. I'll be back in time for the members only show. So.
Okay.
No, you ain't going
Yeah,
anywhere.
where are you going, man? Oh, he just left.
He is not going. Yo, you need to get back here, Danny.
I'm just kidding. I gotta pee, but
Okay,
then
go
I'll be
pee,
back.
go pee.
Okay, yeah.
All right. All right. So, real quick, let's wrap this up. At least this portion. So,
And
Adam-
yes, doomed. It's 10 episodes, not 8, but
it is 10. So Adam soon goes back. So we have 4 more. Adam soon goes back to home. He's mad that he didn't hit Renee Picard. Okay. On that same note, I feel like the genius deciding that he's gonna just hit the character with his car is just a bad. In the 21st century, when they can just like read your face and know your entire back history, and he's super famous in his personal car, just runs through a hotel and decides to hit someone. I don't. It just felt
yeah,
like
that seemed like kind of a really amateur move,
right. And this guy is they painted him as a genius.
right? Now, granted, I get that Q's kind of got him over a barrel.
Okay.
But, well, Q, I mean, but, you know, that was before you find the big reveal that his daughter is really just a genetic experiment.
Right. And that, I have a lot to say about that too. I felt like that was a little bit lazy.
Well,
Okay. So you have this character that he was a bad guy, but we have sympathy for him because he's a bad guy doing bad things for right reasons because his daughter. And in one
but
episode,
then it turns out that she's really not his daughter.
so you've managed to completely take this 3-dimensional villain and completely strip him of everything that makes him special and just make him a bad guy in general.
Right. Now he's just a villain.
Right, that was a bad move. You had this 3-dimensional character who bad guy, but he had a lot going for him. We had sympathy for him, we understood his complexities, and now he's just a bad guy who actually lied to his quote unquote daughter forever and just makes him just a bad guy. They could have skipped the whole eugenics thing and the multiple copies of the same kid, and they could have literally made it his kid. They could have continued the exact storyline and they didn't have to introduce any
It
of
would have made so much more sense if it was his daughter with a genetic disease as opposed to some kind of genetic experiment that was gone wrong. Because now any genuine feelings is just his greed and lust for power, not a a genuine love for his progeny.
Right. And that is a bummer because I was really starting to like this character.
Right. Yeah, and that's the problem.
Cora talking to herself. Let me go look up all the things on the computer and just let me quickly just show the audience why this guy is like the worst person on screen right now.
Right. And now I'm wondering though, and I still and unfortunately I don't know how long it takes Dork Knight to pee, but hope he doesn't have any old man problems. Sounds like he might, but the one thing I do think is interesting because I don't think they said his first name before this episode.
Oh no, I think they said Adam, didn't they?
I don't remember hearing his first name before, Adam.
Really?
But maybe I just didn't really resonate with me before this episode. But I found it interesting that his name is Adam, in that maybe it's just because of last week when I kind of came up with my little theory as to what he could represent.
Right.
Which is that if he especially if this project with her fails, which it seems like it's kind of doomed to fail. And she dies, and he ends up cloning himself.
Oh.
And so he clones himself, and he creates another Soon, who then clones himself and makes another Soon, who then clones himself and makes another Soon, who eventually makes Data.
Hey man, you got to stop doing this. You did this on the other show. Stop writing better stuff than the writers of Star Trek.
But that's why. Okay, you're back. But that's why I think it's interesting.
I've been back.
Okay. Well, I don't know, because he removed you from the screen.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay. Okay.
I think
right.
he's just trying to hint that you were not important.
I heard you guys. I heard everything you guys talked about, and I was gonna go smoke. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. But then you started talking about me having old man problems. I was like, oh, okay. I can't smoke a cigarette now.
I really like that idea that he's cloned himself. And maybe
it is a good idea.
Maybe the Soon that created before Lore and Data, maybe that was his attempt. Maybe his idea was not to actually, instead of cloning himself, he's going to make a better way.
Yeah.
And transfer his consciousness. Maybe his plan
was,
was the way it worked out in Picard season 1. Maybe that was his plan the whole time, but he couldn't lock it down.
Right. No. Yeah, exactly. I love that. Yeah.
He was like, we've been cloning. I've been cloning myself for all this time, but a better version of this is to create a machine where I never have to clone myself ever again.
Yeah.
Maybe it just didn't work out for him.
Which is what they did with Picard. Like that's what Soong started. That's like this whole thing. And they're trying to make a full circle because they basically download the consciousness of the human and then upload it into the android. So it's like.
So yeah, maybe he's been cloning himself, and that was his attempt to stop cloning himself and just create a body that that never goes bad.
Right.
And his third attempt was Data, right?
Right, because you have B4 and Lore.
Yeah, B4, Lore, and Data. So yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't quite work out either because
until they write another one,
Well, but he didn't have time to finish the experiment because of the crystalline entity. That's what I find interesting. What if he was allowed to continue moving forward? There might have been a fifth android that actually looked more human, and he could have uploaded himself to that.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did find it interesting that we're going to talk about this a little later on, that Brent Spiner, they were going to add Data back to Picard season 2, and he had this very negative reaction about it. He wanted to make sure that Data stayed dead for whatever reason. All right, so we're nearing the end of the show here, and so far we got Adam Soon is a bad guy, and I don't understand
that stuff just killed me, man. Like it really did. I heard you guys talking about it, but it killed me because I thought that was his daughter. Like this was a M. Night Shyamalan twist, but like a terrible one. Well, like I did not see
M. Night Shyamalan twists are pretty terrible.
I did not see this coming. I really thought, like, I bought into his love for her and the relationship.
It was a perfect villain. I don't know why they.
Yeah, but they just made him like, so apparently every Soong until Data is a garbage human. So
they're all this horrible, rotten scoundrels.
This was a massive mistake because this is gonna impact the show. Like this is not like this was a bad episode. Like this actually impacts every episode going forward. It's gonna make every episode a little bit worse than it could have been because now the bad guy sucks.
Yeah, totally.
And speaking of though, the bad guy sucks. Yet he spent all this time like celebrating birthdays and stuff with. I don't understand that either. But
oh, my mom is so cute. Did you see that? She said, "Hey, Daniel, Aunt May died," and then like 5 cry face emojis. She just saw Spider-Man. That's so cute. That's so cute. Sorry.
Did she just see Spider-Man?
She's at the movie theater watching it now. Yeah, I thought you knew.
Oh no.
So I also noticed with this that her finding out about this is like this massive revelation for her. So obviously she's going to be a part of the show now.
I guess so. Cause like, that was a huge reveal. Like she's like the 21st clone of him, so he never even had a wife. He's just some crazy mad scientist. It's just like, you know.
That's that. Why would you, if you clone yourself, why would you change your gender?
Because they're woke. Come on. Because CBS is woke. That's 100% why.
Or maybe it's just that they had that actress on contract. So
okay.
Whatever it is, then they go, okay, well, his synapses are firing, but there's a block in his brain.
Or because of the episode with Lowell, you know, that could be it too. Sorry.
And Laris is like, I can go in with my secret fancy future device that allows me to do like a janky mind meld. Now,
a janky mind meld.
She said a jury rigged.
And you notice that looked like Gary's pen.
It does, yeah.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
This is all fine, except for, does it bother anyone that we're once again talking about Picard's mom? It's a never-ending reference.
I think they're just. Well, hold up. I think it's just more of their mental health BS, and I hate to. God, that just hurt me to say that. I'm sorry. I think it's just. I think it's that angle they're trying to play. You know what I mean? Like, clearly something bad happened to his mom. She died when he was really young, and it was traumatic, and he maybe has some unresolved PTSD issues from it, which, like, I have PTSD. I don't want to get into it right now. I'm not trying to bring the show down. So, like, people, you know, but I see a therapist about it. You know what I mean? Like, people, it's an important thing, but I am trying, like we talked about earlier, when I'm watching my entertainment, I'm trying to check out. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
My life is crap enough.
That's why it's called entertainment.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah. So she's using her neuro-optic interceptor. She wants to go in there. For some reason, surprise, surprise, Raffi doesn't want to do it. She's the bummer in the room. And she's like, no, you can't do it. His brain is comatose for a reason. Blah, 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 blah. Which is not... obviously not something that took me by surprise. Of course, she's gonna be the bummer.
Of course,
and that's
she's like,
you know,
Girardi went from
Saturday Night Live Debbie Downer sketch with her.
Right. No, so first season Girardi was my least favorite character. This season Raffi is my least favorite character. Like, it's totally switched for me.
Yeah, and Rios, you know, being the logical one in the room, says, you know, we got to do this because the show's name is Picard. So get it.
No, I love Rios, man. He's great.
And then we get to see the Queen / Girardi walking down the street in that amazing red dress. It's gonna be a good time. Good time.
Yeah.
It's like the Matrix, you know, were you paying attention to me or were you looking at the lady in the red dress?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is one of the greatest scenes. And I'll tell you why, because I remember watching that when I was younger.
And you were looking at the lady in the red dress.
I was looking at the lady in the red dress. So when they stopped and they referenced that, you're like, oh, damn. It
worked.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. And that, you know, so quick bullet points. What do I like? Rios is great.
Rios is great. You like the red dress?
I like Girardi this season. So far, everything Girardi's done has been pretty good. I like the Borg Queen. I like everything about the Borg Queen. Yeah. I think they're underusing Seven. They're overusing Raffi.
Agreed. They're underusing Q.
They're underusing Q. I think that they permanently damaged what could have been an amazing character with Adam Soon.
Yep.
I believe
100%.
They used a lot of cheap TV tricks to sort of get to where they wanted to be with the doctor and the flashbacks or whatever.
Yeah.
And they are overusing Picard's mom, and it scares me that she'll end up being the Borg Queen or something crazy.
No, she is not going to be the Borg Queen.
I know it's going to be Girardi now.
It's just going to, it's just going to be, this is just their mental health message. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to get over whatever happened to his mom by the end of this. And that's going to be their B plot mental health story. You know what I mean? That's what I think anyway.
All right.
He's going to get over like the PTSD of being, seeing his mom abused or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like, hey man, I'd like to think it's possible. I went through a similar thing about 20 years ago with my therapist, you know, mental health. The mental health is a real thing. I'm not trying to belittle it.
Sit down. Let's talk about your mother.
I don't want it in my entertainment.
Yeah,
You know?
it's excessive.
That's why I don't like horror movies. People give me grief all the time. I'm like, I'm not trying to be like I don't want to be scared. I want to be entertained. You know what I mean? It's like that's just not my thing.
Unless the movie is a scary movie, and that's the purpose. I mean,
well, you know, like, look, obviously, I like Evil Dead, but it's so campy and ridiculous. I find it funny. I don't find it realistic. You know, like I don't like. I guess what I mean is like, for example, I can't watch like the Discovery Channel. I have like a knee surgery or something like that. I cannot watch that.
Right. You don't want something that you think is real.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I like Walking Dead. Love it. Knee surgery on Discovery Channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
okay.
No,
So, out of 1 to 5 stars, folks, what would you give this episode?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I'm going to give it a higher score than you, but
that's fine. But here's the thing. I was gonna give it middle of the road, like 2.5 out of 5. We were talking about 5 stars, right?
Right.
So, but the Girardi's boobs alone, I gotta give it a half. So I'll give it a 3. I'll give it 3 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
No, but I'm being very transparent. I was never attracted to that actress.
So you're just giving into your lust.
Yeah, but hey, 0.5. Only 0.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I agree with your 0.5 sentiment, and that makes it a 2.5 out of 5 for me.
That's just horrible. You see now, and I'll tell you this. Now the way that so the way that I rate things. So yeah, 2.5 is because I usually do a 10-point scale, but all right. So cutting everything in half.
Cut in half. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2.5 would mean that if the choice is watch paint dry or watch this show, it's a coin toss if it's a 2.5.
Oh, wow. You're stricter than me. I would say that's a 2.0. 2.5 is,
no, a 2.5 is
like
halfway.
It's halfway. It's like I could do with or without, you know.
Right,
it's
but
like,
that's the idea is that
man, like I'll never watch paint dry. I don't know what you're talking about. That's like our
but halfway means like, okay, I'm neither motivated to watch it nor motivated not to watch it.
Right, exactly.
So, well, I'm not motivated to watch paint dry nor motivated not to watch paint dry.
So it's a 50-50. So we're all pretty much on the same page.
And so I would give it a 2.5. Yeah. I would not.
Okay.
I would not go out of my way to watch this
and
episode, nor would I avoid watching this episode.
So 2.5. I said 2.5, but I gave it an extra 0.5 for the boobs. So we
because
just made
you're
it clear.
just giving into your carnal.
I'm the pervert. So let's just call it 2.5 certified.
So I would say that as a group, we're giving it about a 2.7.
2.5.
Right.
Nah, 2.5. No, I'll agree to 2.5.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're both agreeing to a nice fat 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna move on from Picard here.
Thank you.
What did you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's check out the chat real quick. See what they thought. What do you guys give it? What do you guys give the Picard episode?
Yeah.
One to 5 stars.
1 to 5 stars.
Chime in.
Mom. I don't think Mom's watching it. Never mind, Mom. John Burns, you're hilarious in the chat. I would love your take. Do you guys know John Burns? Who is this guy? Is he new? Did you guys hit the like button? We got more people watching than liking this video.
We're going to move on from Picard. All right. Let us know what you guys think in the chat. What is it? What is it? 1 to 5 stars. Try to give me whole numbers. Right? Even though we gave 2.5.
Wow, you won't give a whole number, but you want.
I did. I said
I tried to give a whole number, but then
2.5,
Girardi's boobs. So 0.5.
Yeah, because they were nice, right? They even referenced it. I love that. I loved how self-aware. As much as I hate their woke left shit stuff,
aren't we supposed to be beyond just objectifying?
That's
people
$3 now.
It is $3 now. Yeah. So, you know what? Never mind. I was.
Okay, man.
My mom texted me to stop cussing.
Yeah. You got a dirty mouth.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I appreciate all the cuss words though, because I do need that computer.
Yeah.
Only at $23, man. Chill out.
What kind of
What,
computer?
why do you keep reducing the amount?
What is it? I thought he said 20. Is it not? What is
You
it?
were like $25 before this live stream.
What kind of computer do you have right now, Mike?
$28. So $28. So $28.
Yeah.
What kind of system do you have now, Mike?
Oh, right now the computer I'm on right now is 8 years old.
Oh wow.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, no. I have I should show you guys. I have, everybody thinks it's awesome. I have this, so I have a tall monitor here,
Mhm.
and then the exact same size monitors here, 4K. So I have 4 monitors total. But because I also do programming, I like the tall monitor for the programming, you know.
Yeah.
And then my middle monitor here is what I do the podcasting on. And yeah, I just built my computer like maybe a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
And
I
I
have a
already
tall
wanna-
monitor for notes too. It's very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is,
I-
right? Yeah, I want to.
Fortunately, I built the system, but my hands, because of the MS, I can't build a system anymore. So I'm gonna have to buy a pre-built, which I
No,
don't.
man. No, you don't. You know what you do? You hit me up. You
What
order
am I
the
gonna do,
parts.
drive to Vegas?
No, man. No, like I'm about to tell you, bro. You order the parts off Amazon, but you have them shipped to me, so it doesn't cost you any extra to do that.
Bro, you
right?
keep
So
cursing, and you'll be ordering the parts off Amazon.
fair enough. Did I curse again?
No, I'm kidding. I'm just
Oh,
messing with
okay. 'Cause I would. You could have lied to me. I wouldn't have known. Like, 'cause it just happens. So you order the parts on Amazon, but have them shipped to me. I'll build your system for you. I'll install Windows on it for you, and like you tell me whatever else you want on it. As long as it's like for the purposes of this video legal, and I'll when I'm done and it's ready and it's like I'll just you pay for the I won't charge you for any of my work, but you got to pay for the shipping. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'll ship the thing to you, and then any machine I make you, bro, you can have 4 or 5 monitors. Like I can't live without at least 3, but I love
I
this-
have 3 now. Yeah,
I love this 4th tall one, but because I do coding, so it's like
Okay, we got some answers. Archmage Phrase said 2.7639.
no, see, that's a smart ass right there. We asked for even numbers and they're just gonna give us
John's
like,
Burns said a 314159, which is
oh my
There you go,
God.
pi.
Yeah, pi.
and Angelino Posey said 2 stars for that red dress.
Red dress. Okay. Yeah.
But the
See,
scores
yeah,
go up a little
It
bit.
is a
when Jordan
nice
comes on screen.
dress. I'll
See,
say
that's-
that. It's
that's
a nice
why-
dress.
That's
But-
why I conceded a 2.5. I was being a little over just like I was like, wow, man, she's showing the puppies off tonight. I was like, wow.
Everyone's loving Girardi
You
right
guys
now.
are just
Yeah.
so bad.
Everyone's loving. Okay. All right, we're gonna move on. Let's moving on from Picard. Listen, at any point when any of you guys have got to split, just let me know. Okay.
Oh, I'm good for a while.
Cool.
Yeah.
We are talking about.
I'm currently working on adding up the total number of deaths in Star Trek 2009.
Oh, that sounds like.
Oh
fun.
wow, really?
There's a lot of people.
Yeah,
died
it's
in that
for
movie.
the movie night tonight.
Oh, that's right. That's tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys. We'll make sure to plug that.
Yeah.
We are talking about Bad Boys 4, and it is going to be going on hold after Will Smith's Oscars incident.
Did you guys see? It was like a friend of mine sent me like a Bad Boys for Life meme, but it was real. It was Will Smith and then like real people who did effed up stuff. You know what I mean? Like, have you guys seen this? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh God, I gotta look for it. All right, you guys talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So there's 2 Will Smith projects that are reporting on hold after
Yeah,
incident
Netflix one also, right?
in which he slapped Chris Rock on stage. I'm not sure if maybe you
What?
haven't
He
seen that
slapped
yet.
Chris
Yeah.
Rock?
If you haven't known about that, he did. He got up and slapped Chris Rock on stage because Chris Rock was making fun of some toxic whore sitting next to him.
Amen. Amen. No, 'cause,
Sorry,
like,
I don't want to be
couldn't-
mean, but it's so true. She's the
No,
worst.
I couldn't know on the Pop Culture Minefield. I was on their podcast before I came on yours, and I was speaking just like that. Truth to power. I was like,
She is the
dude,
worst.
he laughed at the joke. You look at her, gives him the laser eyes. She's made him like she's the worst thing that's ever happened to Will Smith.
Absolutely.
Actually, here's the
I
funny
do-
thing.
I do not like that woman. I don't even know her, and I hate to say it.
Go ahead,
I
Mike.
don't know her, but I do not like her. You know?
She didn't even give the laser eyes, really. She just kind of rolled her eyes at the joke.
No, there's a perfect screenshot I've seen.
She's
rolled her eyes, and then she rolls her eyes, and then she looks at Will like, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker.
I don't think that she was all that.
Let me tell you guys why he hit Chris Rock. Because he can't hit his wife. He can't hit his wife's lover. He can't hit his kids. He can't control anything in his life. Everything in his life is completely out of his control.
No.
Everything in his life controls him. But at that moment, he could control Chris Rock.
Yeah.
At that moment, he decided he was going to control something he can control, even at the sake of his entire career.
Yeah, which has happened. And the only
his career's over.
No, it's not. You know what'll save his career?
What?
If he leaves Jada. Like he goes to rehab.
Oh, he ain't gonna.
Hold up. He goes to rehab. He learns that he did all this stuff because of a toxic, narcissistic female that tried to run and control his life, and he finally leaves her. And people love a comeback story. They love the redemption arc. And right now, I'm sorry, more people than not, at least in my circle of people, think Jada Pinkett Smith is the villain, not Will Smith.
Yeah, but dude, Twitter will have a meltdown. He says that. Look, here's the deal.
Yeah. If he actually left Jada, then everybody would think the Will Smith was the worst person ever.
Why?
Well, no. If he left her, but didn't leave her saying that she was like this horrible woman, he would have to rephrase it way differently. And I'm not sure.
It's not even possible for a woman to be the villain anymore.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
That's not on Twitter. It's not. I mean, he's right. He's right, dude. He's right.
You know what?
It's not right. It's not right. But he's right that in this social age, it's not possible.
You know what? Like
it's not right, Dork. We're not saying it's a good thing. We're saying
I'm not agreeing with it from a moral perspective. I'm just saying that in the world we live in.
Oh yeah, I used to say that. It's not the world I made, it's the one I live in.
Right.
And people didn't like that, but I get it. Yeah.
So regardless, it looks like Bad Boys 4 and his Netflix movie where he was going to play a crime boss.
Right. Both of them have been put on hold, right?
Which is retarded because whatever happened to any publicity is good publicity. Have we gotten so woke that we're so stupid? Because I tell you what, man,
you actually are asking this question.
Most people would be like, "Oh wow, Will Smith's got something coming out after he smacked Chris Rock. Oh shit, I'm gonna go watch it." That's another. What is that? 34, 24, 24. Never mind.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good, thank you.
By
the way, is it weird that I thought Bad Boys for Life was the fourth movie?
Is it weird that I don't give a crap about?
Yeah, right.
All I'm saying is if you're going to make a movie called Bad Boys for Life, that should be the fourth movie. Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like there's a missed opportunity there. Yeah, but here's the deal. Yeah, it's on hold and he's going to rehab. And here's a weird thing about this guy going to rehab. What is he going to rehab for? I don't get it. Can someone explain? Is he addicted to violence? Like, what's the? Anyone know why he's going to rehab?
No, Will's going to rehab.
Will Smith is going to rehab, and the article no one knows what it's for. Apparently, it's for his violent outburst.
Well, maybe because, he had a violent outburst.
Right. But is there a rehab for violent outburst?
Apparently there is.
I thought rehab was like an addiction thing. Is he addicted to violent outburst? I'm so confused by this. It just seems like this is what they do in Hollywood. Oh, I've made a mistake. I've had this major gaffe for whatever reason. I'm going to go.
That's what it is now. If you do one thing, you can now say I'm an addict, and therefore,
right.
It's basically a way to put off blame. You don't have to take. Like, Will doesn't have to be responsible for smacking Chris Rock. Instead, he can say it's a disease that he has, but he's going to rehab to cure this disease.
Yeah, I have anger management problems or whatever it is.
Right.
So that's the play. I make this major mistake. I go, I'm gonna go to rehab. You spend $50,000. You're going to rehab for a couple weeks, have a vacation, come back out. You're cured. Go back on your way.
Right. And honestly, it's to me, it's kind of disgusting, because what Will Smith needs to do is honestly just, go on an apology tour.
Right. Yeah. He should apologize to Chris Rock. He should leave his wife. And
I don't mean like, hey, I'm going to post an apology on social media. I mean, he needs to do a real apology.
Yeah. Like actually go on people's talk shows and explain that, yeah. In fact, he can totally get his career back if he explains that he's had this, dude, the guy has been mentally abused for like a decade.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple video out there of Jada Pinkett Smith, recording him on on Instagram Live or whatever, and he's asking her super nicely, please stop recording me, and she just continues recording him and making fun of him, and he's like, listen, please don't record me. I've asked you not to record me, and he's like keeping his cool the whole time, and the crazy part is like 30 seconds into that, man, I might have gotten arrested for domestic abuse because this chick was just sticking a camera in his face on Instagram Live. It's crazy. He's even saying stuff like, hey, social media is my bread and butter. Please don't film me without telling me first. And she's just calling him a fool and like just egging him on, and there's nothing he can do about it, dude. It's crazy. It's nuts. All right. Enough about Will Smith and Bad Boys. Where did Danny go?
I think he, ran away, and he's taking anger management.
Okay. All right. Now I wanted to have that little, let's call it a palate cleanser from going from Star Trek Picard into Star Trek Picard season 3. So I wanted to put something in between that was as far away from Picard and Star Trek as possible, because the next thing we're talking about.
Well, Will Smith is going to be in the reboot of TNG. He's going to be Geordie LaForge. he's going to be the new badass Geordie LaForge. He's going to run around slapping everybody on the show.
Imagine that he has like the Wild Wild West glasses on instead of the visor. All right, he's rapping. All right, listen. What we're talking about now, we're talking about Star Trek Picard season 3, and the fact that the entire TNG cast, pretty much, aside from shut up, Will
Smith.
Will Smith. Shut up, Wesley. Aside from Wesley, and I'm sure O'Brien are coming back for Picard season 3, and they dropped the news a day before the 6th episode dropped. It's sort of nuts.
Which makes no sense.
Yes,
why do you drop the trailer for season 3 midway through season 2? You dropped that trailer on the day that the last episode dropped.
Like, honestly, who is doing the marketing over there? Because you could
I was like, what is this?
You could have had the last guys, think about this. You had the last episode. And
what a great way to end the last episode by showing
whether you liked it or not, the very last thing, it goes special announcement. And it goes into this exact trailer for season 3 of Picard.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not do that? Why would you drop it so early? It makes no sense at all. Now, I'm stoked for the news. I want to see TNG back on screen, sure. But talk about bad timing. I don't get it. Even if you have a better trailer coming out, you could have still shown this teaser, and then a couple weeks from then, shown the trailer. You could have kept the momentum for Picard going for months. I don't.
No.
I truly don't understand it. Oh,
I've been
he's
listening.
Bad. Oh, he's bad.
You know why?
Why?
Because they know their show is such garbage. They had to try to save it with this trailer to keep all the people like us who loved TNG and was hoping that Picard would be a love letter to TNG instead of I'll pay the dollar for this, shitting all over the legacy of Picard.
Getting closer to that good GPU, man. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well,
look, okay, so I've seen that before. I've seen hey, their numbers aren't very good for Picard season 2, so they dropped this trailer. I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't think the numbers are. Even if people aren't liking what they're seeing, like there's a lot of people are still watching, and their numbers are probably a lot better than what we think they are, honestly. And there's no reason why they wouldn't be going into Discovery season 6 if they weren't getting very good numbers.
Enterprise didn't get to season 6. That's crazy.
I know. That's what I'm saying, you guys. They're pouring money into Star Trek, so they're obviously getting.
And we're not talking about, and like for people that were thinking that CBS wanted the agenda, we're not talking about CBS anymore. It's Paramount now,
right?
And so I don't think CBS or Paramount wants to piss away money.
No, CBS does. Yeah, they have no problem pissing away money, but not Paramount. Paramount has a lot more money too. That's another thing. They have a lot more money. So they're getting the viewers, man.
We're not even on the member section yet, are we?
No, we're getting there after this. But listen, they're getting the viewers. So I don't think that's the
please
reason.
Cuss away.
I don't think the reason for this trailer dropping was because Picard's not doing well. I don't think they care about that. So either they have a ton more marketing material they're gonna share, and this was part of their scheduled slate, or someone just had someone in the marketing department just had a bad idea. I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna drop this teaser halfway through season. Literally, exactly, guys, exactly halfway through season 2.
Yeah.
So it was clearly a scheduled thing. They scheduled this. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Although I am excited about the news.
You know what sucks? Look at this. This is the only patch right here of brown hair I have left on my face. Like, can it just all be white? Like, what the hell?
Color it, man. Color it. All right. So aside from the timing, what did you guys think about this? You stoked? You happy? You mad? Tell me something.
Honestly, first of all, we saw Marina Sirtis and Jonathan Frakes last season, and one of those two was fun to watch. And of the rest of the cast, there's a couple that that I'm interested in seeing. There's the problem is that there's a couple of characters that I wouldn't mind seeing come back. Like, I do want to see Worf, but I'm dated out. I do not care about Data. I don't want to see him.
So, dude, based on what he said in the trailer, though, I don't think it'll be Data.
Maybe not, but I don't want to see Data, and I don't want to see another Soon either. I think it's tired of. I don't want to see Lore. I don't want to see Brent Spiner. I could never see Brent Spiner again, and I will be perfectly okay with that. Because quite frankly, I'm just done with him.
So if you had to see Brent Spiner, though, which character would you like him to play?
B4.
That would be ideal, honestly.
Yeah. That's fine. LeVar Burton, you know what? I love LeVar Burton, but honestly, I don't particularly care about Geordi. I'm not all that excited to see where Geordi is now.
Well, so in Picard season 1, he was part of the fleet. I think that protected Mars or something like that.
Yeah, but honestly, of the characters that you're listing here, as far as the characters from Next Gen, Worf and Riker are really the only two characters that I want to know where they're at.
Right.
You know, now Riker, and I don't want to see Riker in his stupid cabin with the shields. I want to see Riker on a starship,
commanding a ship. Absolutely.
I'm interested in seeing Dr. Crusher because supposedly in All Good Things, she and Picard, like, isn't it still canon? They've been married at some point in time before this series.
Well, that
Picard?
was a alternate timeline.
It's an alternate time. Is it an alternate timeline?
Well, it's a potential timeline at the time of All Good Things. So
so this is news to me. Like I thought that was
All Good Things. Canon? That was not the definitive future. That was a possible future.
Yeah.
Is this right? That's right, Brian?
Right. It was a possible future. It wasn't a
future. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I want to see Gaze McFadden just because I haven't seen Beverly Crusher for,
right.
But yeah, I think you're right, Mike. I'm pretty much Worf and Riker are the most interesting characters to me, especially Worf. Like, are they going to?
Well, Geordi's a good one too.
What are they going to make the new Worf?
I don't think there's anything wrong with Geordi. I just don't think he's that interesting a character.
Like, is Worf going to look like the new Klingons or the?
Oh, God, they better not. If they better not. Yeah, if they worked up Worf, I think there would be riots.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, how do they make?
No, they ain't.
What do they make an old Worf look like?
An old Worf. Don't you worry. They'd get that right.
You think so?
Well, if they know what's good for them, yeah.
Yeah, I think there would literally be pitchforks at Paramount. If they turned Worf into a Klingon.
There'd be nerds with Molotov cocktails running down Los Angeles, Alameda Avenue.
I really did guys. I'm having an existential crisis tonight.
Oh, will you get over yourself, dude?
I didn't notice that. That's the only brown I have left on my face. I got to shave every day. It costs
like $6 to get beard coloring, dude.
Oh yeah. Dye beard.
Just
I don't want to be
just for men and get over it. All right.
Yeah, just for men, whatever it's called. All right. So we're on the same page here. I guess we want to see some of these characters. You're right. LeVar Burton, Geordi's just
actually Archie. I don't know if she's still acting, but yeah, Pulaski. I wouldn't mind seeing her again.
No, if she's still alive, no,
I was ancient.
Yeah, I would love to. No, I loved her actually.
Yeah, she was a real doctor. Crusher was not a doctor.
She was like like my mom and I would always say she's like the female Bones because she really was.
So you think this is the only cast we're gonna see, or you think that we're gonna see some cameo casts from other people from TNG, like O'Brien or even Wesley?
Mom says shave. I know we're not going to see Wesley because he had a temper tantrum.
Yeah, he's all butthurt about it. And
I mean, is that
which
real?
Makes
though?
No sense, honestly.
Is that real?
I mean, if Wesley, first of all, I think the butthurt thing is all fake because considering he's hosting that stupid CBS show,
Ready Room, yeah.
If he actually wanted to be on the show, I'm sure they would let him be on the show. Otherwise, why would they let him be hosting that stupid?
Well, he might have been faking being mad about it because maybe there is an actual cameo in there. With
either he has a cameo or
So we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, but I think that's all fake.
I think they need to get O'Brien in there before the actual
O'Brien.
Actor.
I would love to see.
O'Brien is the greatest Starfleet officer of all time.
And the actor is very old, so you have a very limited window. If you want to see O'Brien again, this is when they need to do it.
I wouldn't mind seeing O'Brien. I wouldn't mind seeing some Deep Space Nine characters.
I would love to see Thomas Riker. That's what I'd love to see.
I would love to see Quark. And you know what? That guy still looks like Quark in that makeup.
Yeah, that'd be
right?
cool to see Armin.
Yeah.
All right, so at least
I was so mad they didn't use him when they went to Quarks in season 1.
Right? Like, what the hell?
What a mistake!
Especially 7 of 9 goes on the murder spree, shooting up the place. All they had to do was after she left, have Quark have his head pop up from behind the bar. That's all they needed.
That would have been gold, man.
That would have been gold.
and he didn't even have to say anything.
Right.
You know,
just have him literally pop his head up. It would have been perfect.
Yeah,
it would have been perfect.
You know, and I don't know why they didn't do it. I mean, that Armin, that would have been the easiest payday of his life,
right?
And
dude, they could have even used like classic footage.
Like, they could have just digitally put him in there. It would have been so awesome.
Right. Okay. All right. So we're off that. We are going to be going to the members section now, folks.
All right. Hey.
So does that mean I have to leave?
No. Does it?
No. One of you guys got to leave, but not both of you. I need one of you guys here.
Okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
You guys decide. I think
Paper,
you should
rock,
fight
scissor?
with bat lifts.
I have a bat lift. I can grab it if I need to.
You have a bat lift?
Yeah, you want me to show you? Hold up. Now I have to
show the bat lift before we leave.
I know he has a bat lift.
Fuck. All right, if we're showing off our weapons, I have a lightsaber.
Well, I have a lightsaber.
Lightsaber beats bat lift. All right.
Yes, but I can still defeat you both.
All right, listen. We are even going to be going to the members section while we're waiting for Danny. I'll let you guys know what's going on. The members section is where we do the last half of the show. It's really simple. I'm going to drop the link in the chat as we're talking, and we're going to do the last half of the show in that section. What are we going to be talking about in the last half of the show? Well, I'll tell you.
Y'all thought I was bullshitting. You see this?
No, I knew you were. You see, you have the bat lift. He has the lightsaber, the ultimate weapon.
Here we go.
Boots.
Saurian Brandy. Oh, wait, before we go. Look what I got this week.
I saw that Klingon blood wine.
Klingon blood wine?
Yeah, Saurian Brandy beats
Saurian
Klingon
Brandy.
blood.
How about some Andorian ale? Wait for it. Federation Reserve, baby. Look at that.
Ooh, nice.
Right? Gorgeous.
I'll be back. I got to hang my bat lift back up. I'll be right back.
Gorgeous bottle. Yeah, I'm super stoked about these.
Yeah. So if you actually do need one of us to drop off, then I'll volunteer since I need to finish getting this death count done anyway.
Okay, Mike. Good luck, my friend. I'll see you tonight on your stream.
Absolutely. So guys, take care of yourselves, and it was a real pleasure hanging out with you guys. We'll definitely do it again.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll see. Are you going to be there tomorrow?
Yes, of course.
All right. Well, we'll argue about it some more tomorrow.
I'm
then.
sure we will.
And do I just close this thing to get out?
Yeah, just close it.
All right. Take it easy. Live long and prosper, and stay salty.
Yes, and I'll put your link in the description.
Cool.
Okay, guys. So while Danny is out doing his thing, I'm gonna make it clear what we're doing here. We are going to the members section, and if you are new here and you don't know what that is, yeah, I guess it's technically not Romulan ale. It's like Romulan Reserve or something. No, not Romulan. Andorian. My bad. You're right. It was Andorian ale. Sorry. Thank you, Trek reviewer. We are going to the members section. In the members section, we're going to be talking about Brent Spiner and his request that Data not return for Picard Season 2. Chris Pine saying he never had a passion for acting. In fact, all he wants to do is direct. It's a whole thing. Discovery Season 4 and the major problem that they created for the Star Trek franchise as a whole, and how or what they need to do to break that pattern for Star Trek as a whole. And Star Trek NFTs. So stupid. So stupid. That's what we are talking about in the members section. And if we have time, we'll talk about the Flash too. I'm not sure if we will have time though. So we're going over there. Come on down to the members section. The water's warm because Danny peed in it, but it's still warm. And we're going to continue the show there. That said, I'm going to leave this little message on the screen here, and I'm going to drop the actual screen off. I'll leave the audio on for a little while, but at some point, this stream is going to fade away, and you'll be left with the members section. So that said, we'll see you in the members section. Okay, now we're all audio. Let me go to the members chat real quick. Kenneth, John, what's up? Jeremy, what's up, boys? Okay. All right, so I guess Kenneth was talking all the time. I didn't notice. Kenneth said, Will Smith got a 10-year ban at the Oscars. Holy moly, is that real? I didn't know that. Makes sense, though. He also said dune buggy in reference to the sand machines that I couldn't remember the name for. Danny was plugging mixteas.com. You're right. I completely forgot that. Food coloring in the blood. Subway tile. Yeah, okay. You're right. You're not watching it. Going to rehab to make it look like he's doing something. It's for the appearance. Yes. Yeah, Will Smith is simply going to rehab to make it look like he's doing something about his incident. When really what he really needs to do is just divorce that toxic chick. Archmage Frey, I'm a member berry. Sup, Ken? Hey, Jeremy. Okay, boys. I will be reading your chats at the end of every story like usual. If I forget, you got to remind me because Shane usually does all that. Yeah, Jeremy actually accidentally deleted all the chat and started blocking people last week. Good mod. All right. So while we're waiting for Danny, we're gonna jump right into it. Okay. Here's the deal. There is a couple things coming up, and I'm only gonna tell you members. Tomorrow there's another Quantum Leap video that's coming out. We actually got hold up. I'm still over there. My audio is still going through the other stream. I gotta cancel that real quick.